Interestingly enough, one thing I have noted, or at least I kind of noticed now, if you were to Google drug use within Monkey Beach, which comes up in the first few pages, with smoking tobacco or cannabis, specifically cannabis being considered drug use. One of the things that I did note is Google actually brings up that there are experiences being shared that are being coped with by drug use and alcohol use. I actually it says that these appalling memories are the account of the impact of colonialization on the Asali territory, which continues to haunt the Aboriginal community throughout generations. I actually don't agree with the article at all, or the position that's taken there. I actually think what's unique and sets this book apart is that if you actually read it and enjoy it the way that the author's intending to, which is the point of reading, oftentimes, like that's the point of what you're supposed to learn to do in school and in English class. The drug and alcohol use is just part of an ongoing story rather than a coping mechanism. There's no severe change in language choice that would indicate that the characters are traumatized and therefore take the substance. In fact, there's actually no evidence of that in the first 100 and something pages. So same with things like the impact of colonialization. That's a bit of a post-op from the website, or from the Google search, that I don't really agree with either. It just talks about someone living their everyday present life and their experience with government services, with some of the present racialized terms that they hear. There's a sense of light-natured humor, despite being relatively accepting of some of the inappropriate behavior that is referenced, and it should be noted that the tone in the book is extremely present and self-aware, and I think that to caricaturize this as a book that's simply about trauma, at least thus far, is so disingenuous that it takes away from the author's perspective, which is them sharing their family and friends, including you, as you look at their life. No, you shouldn't see things like referring to someone as being red or being treated poorly as a First Nations person. That's awful. But what this does do successfully is it does isolate just how well many people do cope, despite the differences in the way they're treated. It's actually quite admirable, and I don't know, it just is, it's a weird thing to go through and read and see someone living their life that presently, knowing that they're treated differently, and yet having such strong coping mechanisms of not accepting some sort of mistreatment as being indicative of anything other than someone not having self-awareness. And that's the impression I get of the book so far. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed. And anyhow, today is the January 21st, 2023, and you are watching me, Derek. Have a great night.